Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am VC Pramod with the news at 9. The headlines. In a huge diplomatic win for India, Jaish-e-Muhammad chief Masood Azhar designated as a global terrorist by United Nations. Prime Minister says it is a success of people of India and its fight against terror. 15 police personnel martyred in a landmine blast by naxals in Gadchiroli district of Maharashtra. President, Vice President and Prime Minister condemn the attack. Senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi says NDA government's welfare schemes aim to provide a life of respect to the poor. Congress President Rahul Gandhi says his party will bring a new law to waive farm loans. GST collections touch an all-time high of over 1 lakh crore rupees in April. Sri Lankan police releases names and pictures of 9 suicide bombers of Easter Day attacks. Wikileaks co-founder Julian Assange sentenced to 50 weeks in jail for breaching bail conditions by entering the Ecuadorian Embassy in London. And in sports, shooting ace Apurvi Chandela climbs to number 1 position in women's 10 meters air rifle event. In a huge diplomatic win for India, the United Nations today designated Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Muhammad chief Masood Azhar as a global terrorist after China lifted its hold on a proposal to blacklist him. India's ambassador and permanent representative to the UN, Syed Akbaruddin, said, "Big and small nations all joined together for this and India is grateful to all for their support." In a video statement released soon after the UN decision, Mr. Akbaruddin described it as a significant outcome.
This is for us a significant outcome because we have been at it for several years. The first effort that we made in this regard was in 2009. More recently, we have been persistent, diligent and in a subterranean manner making all our efforts towards this goal. Today, that goal stands achieved. I am grateful to the many countries who were supportive of this effort.
A global terrorist designation will subject Azhar to an assets freeze, travel ban and an arms embargo. Speaking to AIR News, defense expert and director, Society for Policy Studies Uday Bhaskar called it a symbolic win for India.
The listing of Masood Azhar as a global terrorist is an important symbolic victory for India in relation to terrorism emanating from groups in Pakistan. It appears that China has responded to the growing global concern in relation to jihadi terror, most recently seen in Sri Lanka. However, India should remain steadfast in ensuring that the perpetrators of the Pulwama attack and 2611 Mumbai are brought to book.
Masood Azhar, a blue-eyed boy of Pakistan's spy agency ISI, masterminded several audacious attacks on India. Here is a report.
The son of a retired school headmaster from Bahawalpur in Pakistan, Azhar Masood has been behind many terror attacks in India, including 2001 Parliament strike and the recent Pulwama carnage in February. India had initiated the move in UN to list him as global terrorist in 2009. The recent proposal was the 4th attempt. However, on all occasions, China, a veto-wielding permanent member of the Security Council, blocked the proposals from being adopted by the Sanctions Committee. Nilesh Kalbor, AIR News, New Delhi.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that UN designating Masood Azhar as a global terrorist is big success for the people of India against terrorism. He said this during an election rally in Jaipur this evening.
Masood Azhar ko संयुक्त राष्ट्र द्वारा आतंकवादी घोषित करने पर आखिरकार विश्व में सहमति बनी, यह संतोष का विषय है। आतंकवाद के खिलाफ संघर्ष में और आतंकवाद को जड़ से उखाड़ने के लिए लंबे समय से भारत जो प्रयास कर रहा था, ये उसकी बहुत बड़ी सफलता है।
New Delhi has said that it will continue its efforts through international forums to ensure that terrorist organizations and their leaders who cause harm to the citizens are brought to justice. Welcoming the decision on China's lifting the hold on terrorist designation of Masood Azhar, MEA spokesperson Ravish Kumar said the 1267 Sanctions Committee's decision to designate Masood Azhar as a UN-proscribed terrorist is a step in the right direction to demonstrate international community's resolve to fight against terrorism and its enablers. US has also welcomed designation of Jaish-e-Muhammad chief Masood Azhar as a global terrorist by the UN. In Maharashtra, 15 police personnel were today martyred and many others injured in a powerful landmine blast by naxals in Gadchiroli district. The driver of the bus in which they were travelling was also killed. The Jawans were from an anti-Maoist squad of Gadchiroli police. The blast took place at Jambulkheda, 6 kilometers from Khurkheda Taluk. The landmine was triggered by the naxals when the Jawans were on their way to participate in Maharashtra Day ceremony on the occasion of the 59th anniversary of the formation of the state. State DGP Subodh Jaiswal said the attack was not due to intelligence failure. Terming it as a big loss for the police force, Mr. Jaiswal said the police are ready to give a befitting reply to the naxals.
It was a dastardly act committed by the Naxalites, and presently operations are going on in the area to ensure that no further casualties take place, and we are hopeful that we will be able to meet the challenge in the times to come.
Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis said the Jawan sacrifice will not go in vain.
ये पूरी जो घटना है इसका हम बहुत निषेध करते हैं, इसकी भर्त्सना करते हैं। हमारी पुलिस और ज्यादा ताकत के साथ और बड़े मनोबल के साथ मैदान में उतरेगी। हमारे जवान है, इनका जो बलिदान है, ये बलिदान व्यर्थ नहीं जाएगा।
President Ramnath Kovind has strongly condemned the attack. In a tweet, he said the entire nation stands united in the fight against such violence. Prime Minister Narendra Modi termed the attack as despicable. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said the perpetrators of such violence will not be spared. He said the sacrifices of our brave personnel will never be forgotten. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu said the senseless attack on the forces is a clear attempt to derail peace and progress. Congress President Rahul Gandhi has expressed anguish at the attack. In a message, Mr. Gandhi expressed deep sorrow and condolences to the bereaved families. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that the NDA government, through its various welfare schemes like Ayushman Bharat and free LPG gas connections, is trying its best to provide a life of respect to the poor people of the country. He was addressing an election rally at Itarsi in Hoshangabad district of Madhya Pradesh.
देश में स्वाभिमान पिछले 5 साल में और बढ़ा है। हम देश के 130 करोड़ लोगों की भुजाओं को साथ लेकर चले हैं। अब इन्हीं भुजाओं के सामर्थ्य पर हम नए भारत का सपना साकार करने की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं।
Mr. Modi said the government will provide pension to farmers over 60 years of age. He said Congress government in Madhya Pradesh had promised farm loan waivers in 10 days, but nobody is ready to tell whether they kept their promise. Mr. Modi said the NDA government is working in a mission mode while Congress's culture is to stall development schemes. Congress President Rahul Gandhi today said that no farmer in the country will be jailed for not repaying loans if his party comes to power at the centre. Addressing a rally in Piparia in Hoshangabad district of Madhya Pradesh, he said Congress will bring a new law to help waive farmer loans, will also have a separate budget for farmers. Mr. Gandhi said the NDA government's decisions of demonetization and implementation of GST led to large-scale unemployment in the country. He said Congress will help the youth to start businesses. Congress General Secretary and in charge of Eastern UP, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, campaigned in Rai Bareli district of Uttar Pradesh. She held a road show in Amethi and said,
पूरे देश की जनता को जागरूक करना है। सबसे बड़ी देशभक्ति यही है कि ये जो वोट है आपका हथियार है। लोकतंत्र ने ये हक दिया है आपको कि इसको समझदारी से, जिम्मेदारी से आप इस्तेमाल करिए, बदलाव लाने के लिए इस्तेमाल करिए। आप इसको देश को मजबूत करने के लिए, अपने भविष्य को मजबूत करने के लिए इस्तेमाल करिए।
Samajwadi Party President Akhilesh Yadav and BSP Chief Mayawati held a joint rally in Barabanki. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Yadav said,
जो ये गठबंधन बना है, ये महापरिवर्तन लाने जा रहा है देश की राजनीति में। यही महागठबंधन सामाजिक न्याय के रास्ते से देश को नई दिशा देने जा रहा है। और ये गठबंधन हमारा जमीन पर रहने वाले लोगों का गठबंधन है, जो किसान है, मजदूर है, जिन्हें आजादी के बाद जो हक और सम्मान मिल जाना चाहिए था, नहीं मिला, उन लोगों का ये गठबंधन है।
Addressing the rally, Ms. Mayawati said,
कांग्रेस पार्टी के लंबे अरसे के शासनकाल में ना तो आप लोगों की गरीबी दूर हुई, ना बेरोजगारी दूर हुई, और ना ही हमें किसान खुशहाल नजर आया, और अन्य जो मेहनत कश लोग हैं वो भी बड़े पैमाने पर हमें दुखी नजर आए।
Election Commission today issued a show-cause notice to Congress leader and Punjab Minister Navjot Singh Sidhu for his reported remarks against Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He has been asked to submit his reply by tomorrow evening. Election Commission has barred BJP candidate from Bhopal, Sadhvi Pragya Singh Thakur, for campaigning for 72 hours for her recent remarks on former ATS chief Hemant Karkare and Babri Mosque demolition. The ban will be effective from 6 a.m. tomorrow. Election Commission has given a clean chit to Prime Minister Narendra Modi over alleged violation of Model Code of Conduct by him in his election speech in Latur, Maharashtra. The poll panel said, after examination of complete transcript of speech, it is of the considered view that in this matter no such violation of the extant advisories and provisions is attracted. You are listening to AIR News.
News Services Division of All India Radio is broadcasting a special live program, Janadesh 2019, on the developments related to the General Elections 2019.
Tune in to the FM Gold channel of AIR from 4:05 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. every day till the announcement of results to listen to this special program.
Goods and Services Tax GST collection scaled an all-time high of over 1.13 lakh crore rupees last month, up from 1.0 lakh crore rupees in March. In a statement, the Finance Ministry said the collections in the first month of the current fiscal has been the highest since the introduction of GST regime and also reflects 10.05% growth over April last year. Sri Lankan police today released the names and pictures of 9 suicide bombers involved in the Easter Day attacks which killed at least 253 people, including 42 foreigners. As per the police, the attack was led by Zaran Qasim, who caused a suicide blast at Shangri-La Hotel in Colombo. Wikileaks co-founder Julian Assange was today sentenced to 50 weeks in a British prison for breaching his bail by entering the Ecuadorian Embassy. He was found guilty of breaching the Bail Act last month after his arrest at the embassy. He took refuge in the London Embassy in 2012 to avoid extradition to Sweden over sexual assault allegations, which he has denied. On to sports news now. Indian shooting ace Apurvi Chandela today attained the world #1 position in women's 10 meters air rifle event, while her compatriot Anjum Modgil rose to #2 after consistent performances in recent years. Apurvi Chandela, who hails from Jaipur, is among the 5 Indian shooters to have already secured 2020 Olympics quotas for the country. Modgil attained the world #2 rank after her mixed team gold at the ISSF World Cup in Beijing. In IPL cricket, Chennai Super Kings were 103 for 3 in 15.1 overs against Delhi Capitals at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai a short while ago. For Chennai, skipper MS Dhoni is back to the side along with Faf de Ples and Ravindra Jadeja. They replaced Dhruv Shore, Mitchell Snantner and Murali Vijay. And now, before we wrap up the bulletin, the headlines once again. In a huge diplomatic win for India, Jaish-e-Muhammad chief Masood Azhar designated as a global terrorist by United Nations. Prime Minister says it is a success of the people of India and its fight against terror. 15 police personnel martyred in a landmine blast by naxals in Gadchiroli district of Maharashtra. President, Vice President and Prime Minister condemned the attack. Senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi says NDA government's welfare schemes aim to provide a life of respect to the poor. Congress President Rahul Gandhi says his party will bring a new law to waive farm loans. GST collections touch an all-time high of over 1 lakh crore rupees in April. Sri Lankan police releases names and pictures of 9 suicide bombers of Easter Day attacks. And its sports, shooting ace Apurvi Chandela climbs to number 1 position in women's 10 meters air rifle event. And that's all in the news at 9. Good night.